Howdy do! So in today's video, I want to open up a question for discussion on your honest opinion, and the question goes along the grounds like this. What does it mean to play AD carry in Season 6? And what I mean by that is, with the defensive itemization nerfs that have came in, is there actually a problem with playing AD carry in this meta because those nerfs have been too far, they've been too many, or does it just mean now more than ever, you actually do build full glass cannon, you forgo defensive itemization, and rely more on the peel of like your support or your tank champions on your team to get things done? Is it more of a team focused role now because of the way things are? And that's the main point of this video that I'm going to be going over. I'm going to be touching on a few things like those defensive itemization nerfs, being able to transition a lead or not based off of how you're fed or not, and then tanks, of course, one of the big talking points. But I'm going to start with that question, so that way if you don't want to watch the rest of this video, you can just jump straight on to answering that question in your own opinion. Because I did a video on Jinx, and I did a video on just AD carries in general for Season 6, and one of the main reasons that I saw that people were saying that they were somewhat bad is itemization was a problem. Defensively, they were getting less and less ways to defend themselves, and less they were reliant on the peel from other champions to do stuff. And yes, by all means, the mid laner is also going to be focused, as well as the AD carry. We're going to be the two most focused roles no matter what the meta is. 6 seasons now, 6 seasons in the future, whatever. The difference is, when some of the conversations I'd have, is that people felt, but at least mid laners as a whole, their champion pool were more mobile. Like a Lucian dash or Caitlyn netgun is not really going to save you from like a Poppy as much as, even though you might not want to use it this way, an Ahri ult will, in which case you could spirit rush away as soon as you see her if you think it's even going to be a problem. And that's part of the thing right there, is that with the way the itemization is and the way it's been hit, part of people feel like it's because marksman and AD carry now more than ever are two different roles. Marksmen are now more, not even really bot lane champions, but they can be played bot lane, but you don't really see Graves, Corki, Quinn, those people bot lane as much anymore. Maybe Corki a little bit, but the Graves and Quinn and Kindred, you don't really see them bot lane anymore. And AD carries, people are saying more so are like the Jinx, Kalista, Tristana, those champions that you will not see flexed anywhere else. You see them picked, you know where they're going, that is it. And with itemization the way it is defensively, then you would think, okay, maybe full glass cannon might be more appealing, but even then, you go damage and you get out damaged by defensive item tanks. Even if you're fed, if you're 8-0, the Poppy that's 0-4 flashes so you can't dash now and just CCs you to death and bursts you down, and that feels like that's part of the problem. Is because no matter how fed you are, you can't really seem to do anything anymore without grouping. So is that, again, is the role of AD carry simply changed for this meta or for this season where it's more team focused? Or, again, is what I just brought up a problem? You should be able to outdamage those underfed tanks as an overfed AD carry, or your defensive itemization should be able to help you a bit more, etc., etc. Because Season 6 has always been the Season 6 of comebacks, in my opinion. With the towers the way they are, turns being paper thin, I guess if you want to say that role, minion waves pushing against you so you can get fed off of, being able to farm off of those, death timers being way too long, whatever. But it feels like, while comebacking is fine, there's nothing against being able to come back, because getting stomped sucks. And by all means, if the game is close, being able to come back is fantastic. But the analogy is more like you're that hero in that show where you just get the willpower and you can overcome that villain that was better than you, that you should not be able to beat. Or you're Yugi, you get the heart of the cards and you beat Kaiba, even though Kaiba was better and had you beat. And what it should be more like is the Dragon Ball Z androids, in which case they just stomp you because they're just better than you. If you have the better team composition, you have the better mechanical players, tit for tat, your skill is better on each 5 roles, you should be able to transition that into just being able to beat the enemy team. If you're 18, you should just be able to stomp Vegeta. Vegeta shouldn't just be able to, out of nowhere, have willpower and then flash vaporize you. And by all means, coming back is fine, but part of it should also be, if you're not the better player, then this is where, keeping on the DBZ analogy, you go train in the hyperbolic time chamber or something, and your voice cracks, because why not? But you go train in the hyperbolic time chamber, and you make the strides to then also be a better player. So then you can come back, sure, but also it encourages you to just be better at the game, or get better at the game, and there's just too much comeback potential right now. It's why they're changing death timers. It's why they're making towers stronger. Because even they realize that might not have been a good look. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. I want your honest opinions, to be honest. But that's all for this video for me. I don't know what the next video is going to be because life is full of a lot of kinks. So until next time, take care. GG, get jinxed.